Hey guys, it's me, Caleb, from the Game Cliff. And that's right, we're doing another gaming video. Must be literally just the craziest world out there if I'm still doing these videos. But here we are doing them. And I'm going to play one of my favorite games again on this channel. I don't mind doing repeats because I love this game. This is Shinobi 3. This game for me is always like one of my favorites to go back to. It's a total package scenario with great graphics, great music, great gameplay, great controls, cool story, really actually. And there's just no end to like the cool factor of this game. It's one of my favorite ninja games of all time. So this is Shinobi 3 for the Sega Genesis that I'm playing on my Nintendo Switch because it's a great way to play it. I'm going to go to the options really quick, and we're going to go to, where is it? Shurikens. I always increase my shurikens. I mean, why the heck not, right? And we're going to put this one actually on easy right now because I haven't played this in a while. It's been like a couple of years, I think, or maybe at least a year since the last time I uploaded a video about it. And I'm playing this one for my buddy Jeremy. I talked about my last video because he loves retro gaming. And he was asking about this game. And so hopefully he'll see this video and want to try it out himself. Maybe make a video about it, which would be really cool. I'd like to know what his top 10 favorite Sega Genesis games are. But it takes a while to learn that because it's actually a deep gaming system to kind of get into. There's a lot to it. Oh no. See what I mean when I haven't played in a while? I didn't even want to do that. That like made me invincible, which is kind of boring. It's already on easy, which I usually regret about halfway through the game every time I do this because I'm like, oh man, I could have easily played this game, no pun intended, but on normal. In this video, I'm going to also try not to click, which is something that I do a lot with my lips. It's really annoying. So I'm going to try not to do that. But yeah, this is Shinobi 3 for Sega Genesis. It's an older game, I'm not going to lie. But you know what really surprises me about a lot of this modern generation? I mean, you guys like retro games when you know about them. But it's weird when you don't know about stuff. Like the things you don't know about. Like one of my coworkers, and this is no like diss or anything, but she didn't know who Brad Pitt was. Brad Pitt. And then she was like, oh, the Fight Club dude. Which, you know, that's fair. You know, I get it. I'm 41 years old. I'm old. But he's a good actor. So like know that. He was really good in Interview with the Vampire, Legends of the Fall. I mean, come on, he's Brad Pitt. He's cool. Woo! These sub-samurais right here coming up. Right now, the way I'm playing this, there's a better way I can do this, to be totally honest. I'm doing the like projector option on OBS, so there's a little bit of latency to when I'm, you know, to how I'm getting to actually have the gameplay, which is kind of a bummer, but it's okay. I'll eventually run like a separate screen for it, but like I only got so many screens and so much space, you know what I mean? This is always so hard. I used to be so good at it. I would never get touched here. There you go. You have to get up close and melee. If you're close to him, you do a melee attack, just so you guys know. Like you projectile with your shurikens when you're at a distance automatically, but when you get close, you can do a melee move, which is really cool. If you run and do it, you do a running and melee move. Here's a secret, by the way. You get up here. This is a cool little secret right in the beginning of the game, just to see, you know, if you know that control mechanism of the game where you can jump off the walls. And what I just got there was extra magic, which is good because I wasted my other one. And the one I mostly use anyways is this dragon, fire dragon attack, because it looks so cool. And it does a lot of damage. I realize I do that clicking thing with my mouth when I open my mouth when it is closed. It like automatically happens. It's really weird. When I was a kid, I had a really, really bad lisp. It was very persistent, and it was embarrassing because you always get made fun of stuff like that when you're a kid because kids are cruel, and people fixate on your bad qualities more than your good qualities, which is an unfortunate psychological attribute of some people and a lot of people, to be honest with you. It's hard not to. It's like you remember your trauma more than you remember, you know, all of the good times that you had. At least I think most people are like that. I mean, there are hopefully people out there that have so many great times in their lives that they don't remember their trauma. That would be an ideal scenario, right? I hope there are people that have that option in their life, truly. Because I don't want anybody to suffer. Shinobi 3. Such a good game. Really, really fun. And it's so weird because, like, you don't think of a ninja as being in, like, all white. It's kind of a weird look, but he's a paladin ninja, maybe. That was really nerdy. And kind of too far. I took it too far. I took it too far, I say. Oh, you can do this jumping, spinning attack, too, where you do, like, multiple shurikens. But it's hard for me to do with this latency. I'm not going to lie. The latency, I'm not just making excuses. Like, try it and let me know if you have that same issue. I mean, I'm not running this on a gaming computer even, so it doesn't have the resources to run the best iteration of what I'm doing. But I'm just glad that I can do it at all, honestly. So this is when I would normally use my ninja attack. Ninja attack! See what I mean? That looks so cool. And this guy is really just such an anus. Now, it's worth playing a little bit longer, guys, just so I can show you the second level. I know I can't really keep people's attention span for very long right now. I'll get better at it. I'll get better at distracting you. I think it's all about, like, honestly, just saying the right spells to people when you're starting your videos. No, I don't really think about it that much. I just make content, and it's fun for me. But the next level is so dope. The next level, like when I was a kid and I played this game, it sold me on the game. Totally. Oh, yeah, that artwork right there in the background, the immediate background. There's two pieces. One we bought from a street vendor in San Francisco, which is incredible, right? The, like, planets and stuff. And the even cooler one below that's like all the crazy multiverses and stuff. That's a piece that Candy did. Really, really dope piece of art. Love having it back there above our drums. Really, they're really her drums, but yeah, this is the level that sold me. So look at the graphics, first of all. This is like, you know, a really old game from the early 90s. And it has amazing graphics, 16-bit graphics. People were playing like Miss Pac-Man before this. You know, this is a really good-looking game. Like the best-looking game before this was like, I mean, it was Sonic 2. But no, the best-looking game even before that was like Mario 3, right? That was one of the best-looking games just ever. It had so much going on. This one does too. It's got ninjas coming out of the background. They come into the foreground that you can then attack. So you can predict when they're coming, like how many. And they come out of these giant kites. Like how many ninjas can you fit in those kites, guys? That's incredible. This is definitely like a comfort game for me. I go back to this game all the time. You know what? I think when I first played this game, I love to talk about that. I like to nostalgize when I'm playing retro games. But my dad used to always take me when he was alive. He would take me to these video stores because he was such a movie buff, you know. And he thought gaming was cool. But by the time, you know, he got a little bit older and I got a little bit older and it got more advanced, you know, he kind of lost some interest. I mean, he was playing Duke Nukem 3D for a while and Doom and stuff like that. But he just never really, you know, got into it quite as much as I did. But he always thought it was neat, and so he would always let me rent games, and this was definitely one of the games I rented from that place in Pickens, South Carolina, Dalton Video. Not Blockbuster. It was like, you know, each kind of neighborhood has their own little neighborhood video stores, and this one, like, it had some really cool movies, and it had really, really cool video game selections. And I was a Sega Genesis kid, which I was mostly fortunate there because most kids had Super Nintendos. That I knew that they had Super Nintendos. Like my buddy Ryan had a Super Nintendo. My buddy Jonathan, shout out to my homies, but they had Super Nintendos, so they were Nintendo kids. I was the Sega kid, and so they would come over to my house and play Sega Genesis games and be like, "This is weird," you know, because it's so different, you know. And I was really into this game and like Dinosaurs for Hire, and I remember like I had one of my birthday parties. I would always get my friends to come over to get them to play video games with me because it's just so fun to sit there next to your boys and like play games and stuff. And I'd go to their houses and we'd play whatever their games were. My friend Jonathan, he was like really into Donkey Kong Country, and he got me into that one, which I have fond memories of playing that game. He was really into Mortal Kombat as well, which is a game that we played a lot together. And then my friend Ryan, he was really into Killer Instinct, and he would just whip my ass in that game. Me and Jonathan were kind of usually pretty matched, but I've never really been that good at gaming. I would say they're both probably better than I am at really almost any game. I really like to just be into the game world and enjoy it and have fun. there's a few games that I take very seriously. At least, definitely not when I'm like filming a video at the same time of performing a improv soliloquy. You know, it's not exactly. So I don't quite have that much talent. I'm sorry, but you can at least do this, and I can share this really, really cool game. That's literally one of my favorite games of all time. And, you know, we're getting pretty far. I've got 9 lives, but I'm playing on easy. I really do that just so I can talk while I play. Normally, I don't like to adjust settings in games. Like, even I'm playing No Man's Sky, which I'll be making more content for that soon. I'm kind of embarrassed, though, because I didn't realize what a community that game really had, and I made a video, first of all, where the audio quality's dreadful, right? Especially compared to my new microphone. It's all about clarity for me, you know, even though that puts my mic technique to the test, you know, ultimately. But at the same, that was a close one. Woo! Oh, God. Let me pay attention here. But it really puts your mic technique to the limit, you know, when you have a super clear mic. And as a vocalist, it's a lot easier to hide your oral... Oh, crap. I let myself die. No! But it's a lot easier to, like, kind of hide behind like a bad microphone versus like a really good crispy microphone like this one. And this is a good crispy microphone. And I purposely bought one that isn't for music specifically, so I would use it for this. But ironically, when I got the microphone, I had not had a decent microphone in years, because I have an SM55, like a Shure microphone, and that's a great classic mic, but it's a very specific mic. And I don't know what's going on with it. Maybe the microphone diaphragm or whatever it is in there. It's just literally getting more and more quiet all the time. And I know that I might be able to fix it by replacing parts, but that actually, I did it again. That actually means that it would not ever sound the same. At least it wouldn't sound like it did when I first got it, which sucks because it sounded really good. I mean, it might sound great again. It might sound better, but more than likely it will just sound different in a way that's less pleasing to me. And this is just like a podcast mic. It's called the Pod Mic, but it is made by Rhodes, and Rode they make good mics. They really do. So good that I have to be careful with my hands because it picks up everything. It's very sensitive to things and kind of, oh crap, I did it again. Not paying attention. It picks up on all these little kind of sounds like really, really easily. So I'll probably put it on my boom stand and see if that's okay. But sometimes I have a real cheap one I got off like Temu or something for like $12 or some garbage. Probably has like spyware in it. But like it has a camera and a microphone and like a piece of, you know, just it's completely benign object like a microphone stand. But I think the spring in it can be a little bit loud when it moves. But why would I move the spring, right, when I'm doing a video like this? But it could, because I'm weird and I fidget. So you never know, that might happen. So I have to figure out a way to, like, my next step is to probably secure this mic better and make that part of it more quiet, right? And then I'll probably also, I don't know, I'll probably actually, I did the click thing there. Crap, that's like 3. F. That's like 3 in this video already. I'm not going to get through this part. I usually do. I am way too distracted by talking. It's good to talk. And it's good to talk to you guys, and I hope that you enjoy it. And I hope that you enjoy Shinobi 3. And I'm probably going to wrap this video up soon because I'm actually like not doing very well at this game. And I want to blame the latency, but that's not the only issue I'm having with it. I'm just sucking at it. But I'll review the game again really quick. And when I review a game, I don't review it from like, I wouldn't review this game in the same set of comparable scales as I would like Helldivers 2, right? Or No Man's Sky. Not a modern game, but for its time, to me, this game is a 10 out of 10. This is in the top 10 Sega Genesis games of all time. This game is a literal gaming masterpiece. Ooh, look at that. Back for the... Oh, no. Oh, no. No. It's a gaming masterpiece. The graphics are amazing. The gameplay, I mean, the graphics are just incredible. Look at all that parallax scrolling going on. Look at all those blinking lights. Even when you pause it, it's still moving. That is incredible. Like that, you can almost imagine those yellow lights are kind of rotating. That's the effect they were going for. Really well done. There's 3D dimension to all of these objects on screen. Lovely color, lovely art direction, very clean menu system. Everything just makes sense. It's a very, very good game with really tight controls. There's 3 buttons in the game. There's jump, attack, and then there is magic. It's really, really, really good. The music is top notch. So for me, this is the best Shinobi game as well. I mean, people will get really pissed at that statement because people love Shinobi 2, and people love Shinobi and just in general. And there's even 3D ones that have come out, quite a few actually in the series. I am sorry, I'm not that big of a fan of any of those games. This game spoiled me on the series. This one has you as a ninja on a horse fighting other ninjas coming out of a kite. I don't remember that in any other game ever. That's an original piece of gameplay. Also, the next level after this is one of the dopest levels because I was hoping I could get to it to show you, but there's these giant machine glass casings that have like these giant brains in them that you can like attack, and they're like really freaky. It's such a freaky game when you get into some of the weirdness and some of the bosses. Great game. 10 out of 10. If you guys haven't played Shinobi 3, you really need to play it. It's one of the top Sega Genesis games of all time. In my opinion, this game does not need a remake. It's perfect just the way it is. If it could get like the Sonic Mania treatment where they stretch out the game, to where the graphics are like full screen, yes, of course, I would love that. But other than that, this game is perfect. It's in high definition. It's a Sega Genesis game. So this was Shinobi 3 for the Sega Genesis. Let me know what you guys think of this game below, and thanks for watching. And if you haven't subscribed, please do, and don't forget to hit that bell so you don't miss any of my new videos. Thanks for watching. Bye.